7, 14, 33, 1,000,009, 16, potato, light bulb, Andrew smells, drink Diet Coke, hemorrhoids cushion. Hey Andrew.
Hey Alex.
What are we doing?
I think this is episode 2 of Brains on the Outside, which I believe is actually the UK's premium business podcast.
I believe it is. I can't believe that we're back for a second episode so quickly after the first episode.
Rapid fire getting these out. I was a bit worried after episode 1, but your mother used the term genius to describe this work of art we're creating. So I'm revitalized. I'm ready to go for episode 2.
That's wonderful. I can't wait. I'm excited about this. I've really enjoyed recording it. And people do seem to be quite excited about hearing it again. So if anybody hasn't listened to this before, what the fuck are we doing?
Well, we are here to give you free business advice. Products, services, businesses you can start. We're just giving them away for free. From the kindness of our own hearts.
Out of our brains.
Out of our brains. We're taking our brains, the contents of them, just putting it out there on the outside.
That explains why the podcast is called Brains on the Outside.
Yes, it does.
Usually that bit goes at the start when you introduce the podcast, but I quite like that we've put it in at the end.
Well, this is an iterative thing. Episode 3.
We're going to have this nailed.
We're going to have this nailed. Exactly.
Yeah. Every episode is basically a very long A/B test that we've got at the moment.
Yeah. Okay.
That's good. Can people write into the show?
You bet they can.
Yeah.
2 ways. 2 different methods. Number 1, email brainsontheoutside@gmail.com. And number 2, we have a Twitter account @brainsoutside.
Perfect. And where can you like and subscribe this podcast? Everywhere.
Well, not literally everywhere. All good podcast places.
Ooh.
Not all. Apart from Google Podcasts, because we haven't upgraded to the premium version of Buzzsprout yet.
Oh, but we will do that.
We will. For episode 3.
Because we're totally committed to doing this for at least 100 episodes?
At least 100 episodes.
Okay, perfect. Right, shall we get into it after this little break?
After this little break, exactly, yeah. I have an idea.
Okay.
Alex. Do you know what a numbers station is?
No, what's a number station?
So imagine you were trying to find a way to connect with your spy out in the field, and you need to send sort of encrypted messages to them.
Ooh.
Now, also imagine it's 1932. You can't just give them a little Facebook message. You can't just give them a little text. You have to be a bit smarter than that.
Okay.
What you could instead do is set up a station of radios that you could tune into. And when you tune into this radio, you might hear some numbers. For example,
1, 73, 44, 2.
Exactly like that. Yeah, exactly like that. And from that, the spy could understand that. That would have some hidden meaning to them.
Oh, so they have like a little decoder book, and they look it up, and they see like 420 is like, it's good
time.
Times. Yeah, it's time to go.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, I understand.
I'm going to argue here. This is the perfect form of communication.
For the modern day.
Okay. Well, for 2 reasons, really. Mm-hmm. I think we can all agree, it's pretty fucking awesome.
It's pretty fucking cool.
It's pretty fucking cool. And number 2, in this busy modern life where, I said, you'd Facebook message someone or use WhatsApp, but then all your data?
Oh.
Right?
Like Facebook owns that now.
Exactly. It's Facebook's. He knows. Zuckerberg knows if you're like trying to buy some, I don't know, a new chair. Are you comfortable with him knowing that, Alex?
I'd rather he didn't. I'd rather he didn't have to know when I was reminding my wife to get milk or when she was reminding me to buy cheese.
These are sensitive topics. You don't know out there in the world.
We buy a lot of dairy.
So what I suggest is we run a service for you.
Oh.
For the listener, for me, for you, Alex, where we will just run a numbers station for your everyday life.
Okay. Yeah, so it's just looping round, and every now and then it goes 1, 7, 3, Andrew buy milk, 4, 33, 61.
I actually think there might you'd have a little book actually, with lots of, they'd be like, if it says banana, redshift, 23, beer, that means
Oh, because these can be words as well as numbers. It's not just a numbers. It's a numbers and words station.
Maybe depends what tier you're on with us.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do quite like the idea of selling just a bit of airtime, though, just so you can insert a message or an advert into that. so, you could pay per word. We could just have 24 hours worth of content of just words constantly. Looping every day, and we just sell airtime in that loop for a pound a word.
So I could just slot in like Alex smells in there for me like £40, or I could just dunk the whole of Brains on the Outside episode 1 in there
into that one day of episodes. Yeah.
This is I like how this will encourage people to get really creative with their words, because you can't have a lot of filler words. You can't have ums and ehs and ands and things you'd cut out of podcasts if you could.
Yeah.
Instead, you'd have to have really long, complicated words to get the most value for your money.
Yeah, I think that's good. I quite like the idea of tuning. Maybe you're skipping through the radio stations and it's just like 1:17. Andrew smells. Baked potatoes are great. Alex is the best. Andrew is the worst. Drink Diet Coke. Eat What's-Its. Go to the cinema. Stuff like that.
The Drink Diet Coke aspect now sounds like we're running a subliminal messaging station as well. Yeah. But I guess we're paying for ads, Diet Coke, Pepsi, they can get ads up there if they want. I'm not against that.
Is it always us that does the words? People pay us to do the words on the station.
Oh, that is the biggest tier. You want your own voice on there? You call us up. You're on like Pro, the gold package.
Wait, what about if it's like Cameo and we will get The Rock?
Oh man, The Rock is feeding you secret messages from your wife.
Yeah. You hear The Rock on there, it's like,
that's my one. Yeah. That's how you know the secret messages for you.
Oh, man.
You hear The Rock being like, can you smell what I'm cooking? Then you look up your little guidebook, and you're like, oh shit, it's dinner time.
Who would you have as your celebrity voice?
That is a really excellent question. A little bit me likes the idea of you doing it, just to keep the Brains on the Outside continuity out there.
Oh.
What about you?
Maybe David Attenborough.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good classic voice. Yeah. Would all the messages he sends you, would they be like about nature? Would all the secret messages being coded in a nature thing?
Like, yeah, as we go through the undergrowth, remember the milk.
This is Alex in his natural environment. Tesco. Picking up more toilet paper.
Yeah, that would be good. Although I also would love like Joe Pesci or Beyonce. I mean,
Beyonce singing you instructions through a number station. That would be incredibly good. It kind of sort of segues nicely into this idea. Maybe what if you left out a soundtrack and it's something about Beyonce? And this would kind of double up as that service, I think, quite nicely.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that is like, it's a toss-up between Beyonce and Gaga.
Lady Gaga. I do like the idea of a famous singer doing it. Before I came to Settled on You, my mind went to, what if I got a Muppet? What if it was Kermit? Kermit was like barking out instructions. Buy new shoes, Andrew. Don't forget. I should have tried a Kermit impression there, but it wasn't. The world doesn't need that right now.
I'm just trying to think whether I can do a Kermit impression. I could probably do a Miss Piggy impression better.
This is a safe space.
Hey, Kermit.
Oh, that was pretty good, man. That was pretty good.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Kermit.
Hey, Kermit.
So overall, number station, are you in?
I'm in, yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
I'm in for this.
Encrypted messages, weird FM radio to carry on it'd be enormous.
It's just exciting.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Bit of whimsy. Zuckerberg isn't rooting around in your phone. Perfect.
Okay, good.
I think my brain has been outside for quite a long time now. It needs a little rest back inside, just for maybe a minute to 2 minutes, while the ad people work their magic.
Yeah, the ads. Should we go to the ads?
Let's go right to the ads.
Okay. I've got an amazing product to advertise to you here. It's called Savory Vapes.
That sounds very interesting. Is it exactly what it sounds like?
I mean, it is exactly what it sounds like. So many vape flavors these days are Skittles or peaches or apricots or, something super sweet and sticky.
Yeah, big sugar is dominating vaping right now.
Exactly. But what if steak bake vape?
Steak, bake, vape.
Yeah.
I love it.
I like the taste of a steak bake. I don't actually personally vape, but if it was steak bake flavored, I might.
That's actually the biggest reason I don't vape is I can't get steak bake vape flavors. That's my big blocker in my life right now, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't just have to be Greg's flavored as well. I mean, you could have fish and chips vape. I mean, if you can make a crisp flavor out of it, you can make a vape flavor out of it, right? Roast chicken vape.
Yeah, smoky bacon.
Smoky bacon is
Smoky bacon.
smoky bacon. The name's in there, and then the clues in the name. Also, there's a spin-off company here for like if you're premium as well, you're a premium vapor. You might want one of our premium vape flavors like mahogany.
Oh, old book, first edition book.
Beautiful, exactly. Yeah, a
Leather.
real specific book. first edition. Arthur Ransom swallows an Amazon. That's what it smells like. A book from your childhood. Vapes that make you do that thing from Ratatouille.
Oh wow! You take a big drag and you're like transported back, whiplash back.
Yeah, and you fall off a swing and bruise your butt.
Beautiful.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's it. This has been the ad break.
Oh, hold on. Do we an ad break in a podcast? Obviously, the discount code. Is there a discount code we can give our listeners for this brilliant, definitely real product?
Definitely. I haven't checked that this URL doesn't exist, so your mileage may vary. savoryvapes.com/BotO.
/BotO. How much do we get off?
85%.
Holy shit, that's a good deal. I'm going to take up vaping.
It's almost cheaper to vape than it is to not vape. So that was the ad.
That was a really good ad.
Thanks. I made it up on the spot.
Really? So if I go to Savory Vapes, I'm going to get 85% off.
Yeah, you will. Cool. So this is Brains on the Outside. People can contact the show. What can they contact the show about?
We want to hear business ideas you have that you want us to sort of pick apart and outside brainify. We want to hear your thoughts on our bits. Like, would you be running your number station for a different reason? We would love to know. We also want to know, like, what business problems, real world business problems are you solving? Because at the end of the day, we are here to help you run your business.
I mean, we're real business people.
We are businessy boys.
We are big business boys.
Big business boys. I mean, big business deals.
It's the truth that we are both actual consultants. So, how can people get in touch with the show?
brainsontheoutside@gmail.com or on Twitter @brainsoutside.
Perfect.
There you go.
Wonderful. Get in touch. All right, on with the show.
On with the show.
That was a great ad break, Andrew.
It was informative. Help people out. They can get very, very cheap savory vapes now, and they know how to contact us.
They do. Yeah, I think we did a good job there. Like maybe even better than the last time.
Definitely.
It's good. What are we doing now?
So I have a little nugget of an idea here.
Okay,
maybe we could just drop out there, see if anyone can sort of fix this for us. Sometimes you get into you're in a conversation, real life or virtually in a group chat, and you might say the wrong thing, and everyone laughs at you. Maybe it was an autocorrect mistake. You said duck instead of another famous swear word, and everyone's like, duck boy. Our service, we can fix that right up for you. What you do in this situation, you just drag one of us in, and we're like, no, he meant to say duck, actually.
Oh.
This guy, back in college or whatever, he has a super cool story about a duck. He just says duck now instead of the rude swear word.
Oh.
And everyone's like, okay, I should have made fun of this guy.
Oh, I quite like that. So, in a situation where, for example, and I definitely do not speak from experience here, you might have thought that a certain character's name was Hermione. We might turn up and go, no, she is called Hermione.
She is. We spoke to the author. She agrees. it's Hermione. Like,
It's
he actually went to school with that person. So
that's quite nice. I quite like that. I actually I've been thinking about an idea like this for a while, which is slightly wider than that, which is sometimes something happens to you and you just want to pretend it didn't.
Yeah. This idea doesn't cover such a catastrophic mistake. You usually need to jump back 30 seconds and try again.
So what if we managed to engineer into the social consciousness a phrase that everybody knows means the last 30 seconds didn't just happen?
Oh, that's really brilliant. So you could say something really crazy like, and then everyone would just have to accept that nothing happened.
Exactly, yeah, because you've said the special magic safe word that means that everyone just flat out denies that that's what it is.
That is really brilliant.
It's like the Wordle contract that we have at the moment where nobody breaks the Wordle contract.
You never, ever, ever say.
Yeah. What was today's Wordle word, Andrew?
You can't ask somebody that, man.
Exactly.
Do you know what you're saying right now? Do you want to...
Exactly. Yeah. It's the same thing. But we do that. Like, we just make it so that when you say this thing, then the last...
Rewind back.
Yeah.
Have shot two, mate.
Yeah. Maybe it's not even a word. Maybe it is just that noise. Maybe it's just like...
I think you have to do like a little... fingers twirling, sort of rewinding gesture as well.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, oh, Steve again, he's rewinding. Let's go back.
Just forget like that last bit just happened.
This is a huge undertaking.
Yeah.
Doing all this. A multi-step project, very expensive service probably for whoever hires us to do this inevitably. What do you imagine is step one? What's the baby step we can take to introduce rewinding into the popular consciousness?
Andrew, that is an operational problem.
We're just the brains. We're not here to carry it out.
We've just got these big, bold ideas, and we're not here to do it. Someone else has to deal with that.
That's the point. The brain's on the outside.
That's what it is.
You know, we don't have this follow through to do it. We just put these ideas out there.
Yeah, that's that.
Incredible. Good. Incredible. When will we be doing this again?
Next week.
Next week? Amazing. Where at?
In my mum and dad's basement.
Your mum and dad's basement again. Hell yeah. But for the other people involved with this, the stakeholders of this little operation, the listeners, where can they get involved with this?
Oh yeah, so they can listen to it on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts and on Podstitcher and on Overcast and on all of the podcast things.
I just realized I super enthusiastically asked you that question, but there's no one on earth who will hear me say that without already having found somewhere to listen to this.
You know, it's useful to know that you can also get it on these premium services.
These amazing premium services. And we said it twice already, but let's go for our third. How can you contact us and what do we want?
Oh, sweet. We want your ideas and we want your problems, your business problems. We want to solve those for you for free.
Free.
Yeah, you send us those. You can email us, brainsontheoutside@gmail.com, or you can send us a tweet, brainsoutside on Twitter. Get in touch.
You know what else they can do? Go on Apple Podcasts. Give us a little 5-star review.
Oh.
Tell your friends. Hey, do you want to hear this pretty funny podcast about amazing business ideas? Tell your CEO that this is a good call for action for you. Tomorrow in work, go in, find out who your CEO is, and just email them this link. I think that's a good...
I mean, that's pretty much the best thing that you can do for our podcast.
That would actually be really fucking useful for us.
That would be great.
Like, legit, please.
Yeah. All right, wonderful. Well, I'll see you in a week.
I'll see you in a week. Whoa. We can't go yet, Alex. Every good podcast has a sign-off.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Keep your brain on the outside.
Keep your brain on the outside.